the companies are getting calls for all the crime going on out here. So that's why we're actually here. We're following behind them and paying homes to advertise. The reason there's a lot of those annoying door-to-door reps. I'm with the advertising team. The reason there's a lot of those kind of like kids, nice to meet you, Zach, a lot of those kids out there, it's just there have been a lot of things happening. I'm sure you guys have seen it on the Nextdoor app.
Yeah.
We know a lot of the folks out here are going to buy security. We obviously just want to buy from us. So I'm following behind them, and the really neat thing is we actually do an advertising program, and then boom, picture. And so, hey, yeah, the reason there's a lot of door-to-door guys in your neighborhood is because it's rough. Yeah, like that. They're like, man, there's so many people. Yeah, why do you think that is? And I'm not going to ask it exactly like that.
It's a great neighborhood, that's why.
Right, and I'm not going to ask it exactly like that. But like when they're like, hey, there's heaps of people like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. Just with the neighborhood changing a lot of companies are coming out here and trying to win your business, right? And then it's like, yeah, like I'll fight for your business. And you can make that your whole pitch. The whole reason that you're out there is to get deals and help them see, hey, if there's so many companies out there, that builds your urgency, right? And you can say, like, you can use ADT's name brand to close these people. Like, I'm serious. People haven't heard of Vivint or Vivint before, or this or that. Brinks, what is Brinks? Brinks is Monotronics. Brinks doesn't exist. ADT bought Brinks. Brinks is just a name that another alarm company took over and just put on a Brinks mask. Brinks doesn't even exist. And so there's all these other companies that are trying to be this, that, the other. ADT's the GOAT. Vivint is the best dealership of ADT. And in that neighborhood, there's so many people that still haven't been knocked. And so keep your eyes out, right? Do a good job of street sheeting. Okay, that car gets home at this time. So it's like, if there's cars that are getting home at 8:30, guys, I promise you that most other reps probably are not knocking as hard as us. Grady, you got a hood full of guys at the minute. When do they normally knock off?
Like 7:30.
So all of those people from 7:30 onwards that are getting home, clean doors, nobody home, or callbacks that the husband, they've never got. So I'm just trying to help you guys see, like, don't get in your head about this. That we can murk the hood and that it is actually an advantage to us who are higher trained. We are better trained than these guys and we can come in and clean up their warm leads. Yeah.
Like what I noticed in my hood that Mike dropped us off in yesterday, I knocked every Vivint door that I possibly could see the sign outside. Everybody that they sell to is all elderly. They just target elderly people because they know that they're vulnerable. Yeah. One of them was an ADT switchover.
Nice.
That he got lied to, said that ADT was
going out of business.
Going out of business. Yeah.
That's their pitch. And it's really hard when you see that. And you have to be careful about not just ragging on other companies. Normally I'll say this line if I'm on the doorstep with someone they brought up. Hey, like, my business is not to rag on other companies, it's just to talk about how great we are. And then I'll wiki rag them. And then, like, but I'll kind of puff it up with, like, talking about how good our product is. So I'm like, yeah, like, I don't need to rag on other companies. You already know who ADT is. I just show everyone how good we are and what we have to offer. Now, are there any specific situations, objections, things that you guys are running into that you want a little help on regarding knocking behind other companies?
Yeah, just like quick notes, like shutting the door as soon as they see you.
Find the golden egg. It's fine. No problem. Quick notes happen everywhere.
No.
Ghetto. And look, try and be in there. Hey, actually, this is really important. Like, try and be in there. And you guys might have to be quick, right? So, like, instead of the chilled out, like sitting back on the iPad, I do that all the time. And if I have a norm shut, I'm like, boop, don't want to work with you anyway, and I'll just be off. I will always be relaxed. But if you guys are finding you're not getting a foot in the door, like, be looking for the eyes that come through the curtain. Be looking for the, like, when they open the door, hey, how's it going? How are you? And then like, oh shit, and they come out. Hey, actually, I've been meaning to catch it. Boom, straight in, and then you're the boss. Like, so before they start talking, hey, actually, I've been meaning to catch you. This is actually really important. I had just been, and like, you can get right to it. If you don't want to say this is really important, hey, I've been meaning to catch you. It's awesome to finally meet you guys. And just kill them with kindness, right? Don't pinch them. Don't pinch them for 30 seconds. Like, it's fine. Talk about the neighborhood. Hey, yeah, this is awesome. The neighbors out here have been so friendly to me.
Yeah.
What are they going to say to me? Are they going to slam the door? No. I just said, hey, I've been meaning to catch you. Your neighbors out here have been so friendly. It's been hot as out here. They've been giving me water, taking care of me. It's really nice to meet you, though. You must be Chris. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, nice to meet you, Chris. How was the job down at the mechanic shop today?
Oh, it was hot. So I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, Miss Lisa's husband works at the same shop as you, right?
Yeah, he does that.
How are they going to tell me to go away? Now, if they're just shutting the door straight away, hey, no problems. But this is the thing about sales. It's all mindset, and it's about resetting for every door so that when you have that one opportunity in that day, you close. Say that one more time. You might have 9 door slams, and then you're all like, oh, my life sucks. This is the... And you get to the door, and then that one opportunity where so maybe the first door, you do it like I say. You do it like I say, and you do it perfect, and then they TIO you. The next door, you try to do it, boom, door slam. Next one, you get half a pitch out, and like, yeah, not interested. And the next one, door slam, door slam, door slam. No, get the fetch off my property, constant alcohol cost. And then by the time you get to that 9th door, you're like, hey, you know, and then you didn't do what I said, you didn't go for the thing, you didn't pitch him, you didn't go through it, you didn't do the sales manual, and then you're like, dang it, this area has no sales. And it was like that one time, that was the sale for you. And because you're in your head, you couldn't compartmentalize, and you did not reset between each door, you missed the sale. You missed the sale. It wasn't the Vivint guy, it wasn't the area, it wasn't the hood, it wasn't this or that. It was you were not perceptive enough to see, hey, if I had gotten a second in there. So I remember, like, people were complaining about area one time, and I was just like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then we got into the van, and I was struggling. I was struggling that day. And there was this one guy, last door that I knocked, and he was closing the door. And I had to be really sharp. It was like 8:45, and I was tired as fetch, and I had to like really get my line out quick. And I was like, yeah, we're actually paying for the cameras on the homes that qualify. And I spat out that line, and boom, like it was like, just came out real quick. And I wasn't like, oh, like he slammed the door, walked away. I was like, hey, real quick. I was like, hey, we're actually paying for the homes that qualify for some cameras. Door opened, sold it. And for real. Yeah, he's like, poked his little head out, super cool gay guy, had an awesome house, and...
Wait, did you do the BJ close?
BJ close is favorite. I like that. But it's just crazy, like literally door was shutting, and I spat out my line. And it worked, and I did the job, worked the hours, and stayed in my area. So I just want you guys to see, like, be perceptive and look for those moments. And that's the difference between a rookie and a vet, is they can see, okay, if I go in now, there's a chance that I can get this, and I'm going to roll the dice. Whereas, like, rookies, I think sometimes you guys get down on yourself if you're having a slump or a hard period, and you just write off the door. And like, all right, I'm just going to go until I find the laydown. But, like, you need to make the laydowns by being the professional. And if you're addressing the elephant in the room and the other knockers there, you are being the professional. Does it kind of make sense? Alright, awesome.
I think Sebastian has something to say.
Yeah, see that?
I was going to say, me and Banks were watching a sales talk with Brady Dayton the other day, and on average, he talks to 30 people before he gets a sale. Not knocks on 30, but talks to 30 people before he gets a sale. And he which is crazy, right? Like
so if he's doing 4 a day, he's doing 120
120
so
people.
He was saying, like, he thinks the #1 thing that new reps get wrong is, like, being afraid to leave a door. Like, if someone's going to shut the door in your face, it doesn't matter. He just goes and knocks the next one. He doesn't care who says what to him or how rude they were. He's like, I've only knocked 12 people. Like, I still have another 18 to go before I get my